K here, Madden 15 player career, and first let me get into the 3-point competition I did in my last MUT video with my subscriber Brian, who we bet a pair of shoes on. And for you people criticizing me, I want you guys to know he got his pairs of shoes. I contacted his parents and we designed him his own custom made pair of KDs. I am a man of my word, but now let's get to the game. In the final regular season game, we took on the Philadelphia Eagles in the Big Apple, and we may have already clinched the playoffs, but I was playing at a whole nother level because defensive MVP and best defensive back were on the line. And like I said, I want to take this league by storm. So yes, we clinched the playoffs, but that does not mean the season's over. So I continue to dominate, and I continue to get picks, and Riley Cooper, get off me, son. You will not deny me greatness, and you will not stop me from scoring on your offense. I get the touchdown, I get the pick six to get our team the lead in this one. I am a defensive MVP candidate for a reason, and all this does is solidify that. I get another touchdown. That is my 6th defensive touchdown. Brian Cushing, Joe Hayden, you guys have nothing on me. All that defensive touchdown did for me was prove that I am the best defensive player in the league this year. But don't get mistaken, I am a team player, and our team flew around the ball, and we made plenty of gang tackles. We were playing as one unit like we should, and this may just be a Super Bowl defense. The thing is, can Geno Smith get it done on offense for us to be able to be a championship team? And in the end, the final score was 31-6, and I got 4 tackles and an interception for a touchdown. And now with the regular season over, let's take a look at the stats. I was 2nd in tackles with 102, 22 tackles for losses, 8 sacks, 8 picks for 337 yards, 97 the longest, which was a pick 6, 10 forced fumbles, 4 fumble recoveries for 100 yards with 6 defensive touchdowns, playing in all 16 games, showing my durability. I also led the league with 8 interceptions, tied with Joe Hayden. The difference is I had 6 total touchdowns for 300 yards. I also led the league in tackles for loss as well, and as we thought, I did win defensive MVP and best defensive back in the league. Yes, those are end of the season awards, but the season is not over for the Jets and I, because next we have to take Kansas City on in the wild card playoff spot. Who will advance on to the division matchup in this ice cold game? The winner of this game, either versus Indianapolis or the Cleveland Browns in the divisional matchup. We receive the ball first, and hopefully Geno Smith can get something done for our team. And apparently not, because after 52 seconds, he turns the ball over. So that gives the Kansas City Chiefs the ball on the 48-yard line, but it does not matter because Chris Culliver got an interception, and we get the ball right back, and Geno Smith, after simming the game, gets us a touchdown. So we are now up 7-0. That was a clutch play by the cornerback, and hopefully we can hold this momentum and use it against Kansas City in their own hometown. So it's now 1st and 10, and I see the halfback draw, and we make a gang tackle on Anton Smith, who got picked up after leaving the Atlanta Falcons. Look at a little replay. After a tackle for loss, it's now 3rd and 11, and I'm matched up versus the tight end. Let's see what Alex Smith can get done. He throws it to the outside, and his player drops the ball. He does not have the sticky hands. The snow is probably a huge factor, but they had to punt the ball. And Rex Ryan decided, you know what, Kay? Just go in there and make a play. I get a broken tackle. I run to the outside. I do a little back juke. I get a nasty stiff arm, but eventually I am brought down on a decent gain. After the punt return, Geno Smith and our offense led us to another touchdown. So it's now 14-0, 2 minutes left in the first, and we see the handoff to the outside, and we are there to make the stop for a tackle for loss. They probably shouldn't have released Jamal Charles because obviously Anton Smith couldn't get done. After a short pass completion, it's 3rd and 8, and Alex Smith throws it on a great corner route to a receiver who picks up about 22 yards, and Kansas City now moves the ball up to the 45-yard line. Alex Smith is in the shotgun, and let's see what happens. We're bringing the zone blitz, but I accidentally tripped, and I see the receiver coming across the middle, and I was going for the huge hit, but he dropped the ball. He was feeling them footsteps. So that brings us to a 2nd and 10, and they're running a power run to the outside, and I am there to bring down Anton Smith. Regardless though, he picked up 5 yards, which is a pretty good run. I need to do better on the play. 3rd and 5, we're matched up one-on-one versus receiver who trips, and he throws it to the outside on the flat route, and the tight end slash fullback picks up a 1st down. And this is not looking good. We need to make a stop because they've been having a decent drive so far. Another run out of the backfield, and I light this man up. I hit him in the kneecaps. Anton Smith, you must have some knees of steel. You must have 4 ACLs or something. You've been taking some hits, bro. That brings us to 2nd and 7. That also brings us to a sack by Sam Acho, who brings down Alex Smith on a clutch play. They do not convert the 3rd down, so they have to settle with a measly little field goal, only worth 3 points. And after a crazy long drive, it is now 17-3 after we scored a field goal. 14 seconds left. It looks like they're just going to run the ball before half, but we have to be on our toes. And they do go for the run, and I'm there to make the tackle for loss. We are not going to make it easy for them, but they were able to run the ball into halftime, and they received at half. And after a 2-yard run, it is 2nd and 8, and I see the handoff, and bow! Huge hit, and the ball is loose, and I recover it, and that looks like that's going to be a fumble recovery for a touchdown. That is a big play alert. That is a defensive touchdown once again. And we are already up 17-3. We are now up 24-3. So it's a 21-point game. Let's look at a little replay. After Kansas City gets the ball back, it is 2nd and 6 after a 4-yard run attempt, and I see the handoff, but Alex Smith takes it himself and runs for about 20 yards. We cannot let plays like these happen. That was my bad as a strong safety. That was my side. I gave that up. I will not let that happen again. Alex Smith with the play action goes across, and he gets a great pass for another huge gain. We need to get a stop. This time they go with the handoff, and this running back gets taken down. Finally, we made a defensive stand, and we made once another as our defense finally gets things together. It is 3rd and 14. Alex Smith running empty backfield, and I'm coming with the blitz, but 88 is wide open. 37 played way too off his man and gave up a touchdown. Thank God we have a 14-point cushion, but this game isn't over. And I'm strapping up underneath, and he dumps it off for about 20 yards. This is not looking good. They are getting drives going. D. Milliner, get off this man. I'm not trying to get a penalty. Handoff, and we are not able to bring this man down until he pushes the pile for 8 yards. It is time to do something as a defense. Handoff once again. Huge hit, and offense recovers. That was it. That could have closed the game. 24-10. 41-yard line. We need to make something happen, and we're bringing the blitz, and I read the crossing route, and momentum shift. I get the interception. It is now Jets ball in the 4th quarter, and that all but seals this game as long as Geno Smith can hold a somewhat time-consuming drive. But let's check out the replay real quick. That was clutch, and hopefully that pick can get the offense going, and it does. We score a field goal, so that makes it a 3-possession game, and I read the corner out, and bow! Huge hit. He did get the 1st down, but I just want to let the Kansas City Chiefs know that this game will not be easy. Alex Smith throws it across the center, and we are not able to bring him down until he gets about 20 yards. But regardless, the clock is their enemy. Chiefs running shotgun with 4 minutes left. I'm on the tight end, and he throws it to the flats, and huge hit, jars the ball loose. That's a great job by our linebacking core. 2nd and 10. Screen pass. Come on, we need to chase this man down, and we finally push him out of bounds after a 20-yard gain. The Chiefs are driving and are almost in the red zone. We need to make a stop. I see the curl route, huge hit, forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. That is it. That definitely seals the game for sure. There is no way Kansas City can come back in this one. Let's knock on wood real quick just to make sure. Alright, I just unjinxed it. We're good. We're good now. And a little replay, huge hit, and great awareness by our defense by scooping up the ball. We might as well make some snow angels in the field. After a Jets punt, it is now Kansas City's ball, still down by 17 with 3 minutes left. They throw it across the middle on a post route, and great defense by the defensive backs, deflecting the ball. 2nd and 10. Dropping back in coverage. We're playing deep, and he throws it to the flats, and he gets cracked. We're allowing no easy yardage. So that makes it 3rd and 9, and the clock is ticking, and I'm covering the vertical route, but the player slips, and K. Shepard makes the huge play. He sacks Alex Smith, making it 4th and 17, and it looks like the Kansas City just decided to give up, and they punted the ball. I begged Rex Ryan to put me in his kick return, and he almost regretted it as I went for the hurdle, and I could have been seriously injured on that play. But the New York Jets and I get the win, 27-10, and we are moving on to the division matchup versus either the Browns or the Indianapolis Colts. And I also won GMC Never Say Never moment of the game. I finished with 9 tackles, 2 tackles for losses, an interception for 4 yards, and of course 3 forced fumbles with a fumble recovery for 17 yards for that touchdown. And stay tuned for my next player career for the division matchup. Thank you for all the love and all the support, and I'm out.